Have you ever wanted to learn how to file your own taxes? So have I. So this year I finally sat down and learned how to get these bad boys done. Stay tuned for the 5 things I learned while filing my taxes. And I'll even tell you what I used to get it done. Alright guys, here we go. What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning into the channel today. Real quick, before we get started, if you could shoot down to that subscribe button, run over to that notification, go ahead and click that for me, and we can stay on top of things together every single week. And speaking of which, as you guys can see, it looks like I'm going to be starting a brand new segment. It's going to be called Adulting 101. We're going to be going over the basics of every single day life that millennials suck at doing. This week, I learned 5 things that I never knew about doing your taxes. I decided to file them myself this year, so let's get started. Let's dive right in. So the first thing I learned to better do your taxes on your own, by your lonesome, without any actual professionals around, is get the TurboTax app. Oh my gosh, TurboTax is awesome. By the way, this is totally not sponsored by TurboTax, just so you guys know. I just thought it was awesome, so shout out TurboTax. No, but seriously, the TurboTax app was pretty easy to use. I used my tablet, did everything on there, went pretty dang well. It took me, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours, but that was mostly my fault. The app was really great. I was really slow. I had no idea what I was doing. And I didn't end up wanting to owe the IRS like millions of dollars. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give the TurboTax a big old thumbs up. Okie dokie, loved using it. Thank you for existing.
Once again, non-sponsored.
The second thing I learned about running around on the TurboTax by myself and doing your taxes all on your own is, even though the app made it easy, it wasn't that easy. Like I said, I spent about 4 or 5 hours doing my taxes. I set a whole day aside for it that I did not expect to do. It's a good thing my son is super self-sufficient, because he was able to just play by himself, come in every once in a while, ask what I was doing, get frustrated, and trust me, buddy, so was I. I was just as frustrated. Did not want to do it. Just saying. But hey, worked out, so whatever. It was just really simple things. Like, I didn't know the wording on some things, like itemized deduction and who are your dependents. I mean, I know it's my kid, but just when you put it on a screen with a whole bunch of other big scary tax words, you're like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm reading right now. It's like Spanish. Like, I know a few things. Hola, ¿cómo estás? But when you throw it all in one gigantic sentence, you just get super lost and you have no idea what's going on. You're just like, oh, this is not the same thing that I was just taking in high school. Woo, this is a lot harder to do. Why didn't they teach me how to do my own taxes in high school? The third thing I learned, and I didn't realize how much this kind of hooked me up, is the child tax credit and the earned income credit. Those are pretty dope write-offs that you get right there. I mean, don't get me wrong. It cost me way more than $1,000 to raise my child every single freaking year. That little $1,000 kickback is really cool at the end of the year when I've got bills to pay and things to do, and I appreciated it, definitely. It's a nice little write-off. I hate that the government takes so much of my money. Like, I get taxed like crazy, especially in my industry, but whatever. I mean, I've had so many nice things done with my tax dollars. Didn't you see all of the freshly paved roads outside? Didn't you notice how I have almost no homeless people in downtown Denver? So that was a dope little hookup. I'm really glad that I was able to get that back. I never realized that just because I usually sit down and I have somebody else run through it. And I get my totals, but I don't realize just exactly how much they're writing off on my taxes every year. So I'm really happy I got to actually see that for myself. That was super awesome. Number 4. Pretty sure H&R Block's just been ripping me off for the past 6 years that I've been coming in and doing my taxes. Because don't get me wrong, like I said, 5 hours. 5 hours. 5 freaking hours to do my own taxes. But dude, I pay H&R Block like $400 to $600 every single year that I have them do my taxes. So like, I just saved myself $100 an hour. I'll take it. Word. Save myself a little bit of money. Lord knows I need every freaking dime. So that was a cool little little, realization right there. I'm like, oh my god. It's just, that is ridiculous. I mean, I get it. That's really cool. I know you guys get paid hourly, but no, that just not happening. No, not anymore. Never again. I'm doing them. No. Number 5. So I didn't realize just how much you're allowed to write off every single year, like expenses that you're allowed to put off onto the mileage on my car. I was able to write off the child care that I've got going on. I was able to write off. I was able to write all that off up to a certain dollar worth. That super hookup. Like, I did not know that I could do that. My kid's only been in school for 2 years. You could write off like other little things that I had no idea that you could write off. You could write off small medical expenses and other things that I just wasn't sure of. Why didn't they teach this stuff in high school? And like, I went to a trade school, so I didn't like have a class on accounting for personal finances. So it was pretty dope that I'm starting to learn and pick up on how to do these things. I've learned a new skill to a degree. I feel empowered. I feel more adult. I feel bold. I could take over the world. I could buy a house. No. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. No. But I can definitely say that filing my own taxes was a fun, as weird as that is to say, new, different experience, and I'm really happy that I did it because I'm going to start doing it every single year. I'm going to learn what else I can write off. I'm going to learn how to save myself even more money, and I heard that there's a whole bunch of new tax code changes for us, so apparently I need to learn how to stay on top of that stuff. In fact, if you know anything about those changes, I would love for you to leave me a message in the comment about them. If you've done your own taxes before, definitely let me know if there's anything I can learn from you. If there's any deductions that I don't know about that I can write off as a parent. If there's any little business expenses that I can throw in there. You guys probably know a lot more about this than I do, considering this is my very first year doing it. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel today. I really appreciate you, and I was so excited to start this brand new segment. I'm really happy to do it because I myself am just figuring all of this stuff out every single day at a time. I don't know what I'm doing 100%, and I love that I can reach out to a community that can help me get it done. And hopefully, if I'm lucky, I can help you guys get a little bit done too. Everybody, I'm going to ask you one last time today, if you'll please slide down to that subscribe button, shoot over to that notification bell and click it. You guys can see every single time I put out a brand new video, and it looks like I'm starting to stack a schedule up. I'm really starting to get some consistent videos out there, a weekly schedule, and now I'm even starting to move into multiple videos per week. So have an excellent evening, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in one last time. I will see you next time on the channel, next week, every single week. Welcome to the Alternative Dad page. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, guys. Appreciate it.